Cup qualifying is officially concluded from Texas Motor Speedway, and Kyle Larson has won the pole once again. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, Cup Series qualifying has officially concluded from Texas Motor Speedway, and for the third consecutive race in a row, Kyle Larson has won the pole. Kyle Larson has been on a roll so far in 2024, and you think about everything that Kyle Larson has had to do, especially this week. He was the second fastest in open testing at Indianapolis, and now comes to Texas Motor Speedway, a track that's very treacherous, and is able to go full throttle around and pick up his, I believe, 19th career pole. I think it was stated his 250th pole for Hendrick Motorsports in the Cup Series, if I'm not mistaken, another major milestone for the team, and also just a very good and solid lap for Larson to start on the pole. And I think if you're a lot of this field, you got to be really worried about Kyle Larson, because not only Kyle Larson had the fastest car, but he had the fastest car in the 15-lap average as well. I expect Kyle Larson to be a serious threat and a serious contender to get it done. He's been extremely strong so far this year, and have your third consecutive pole. He's basically becoming a qualifying merchant at this point, and he's just been really solid to start off so far in 2024. And for him to be sitting once again at the top, pretty impressive stuff. So nonetheless, congratulations once again to Kyle Larson on winning the pole for the third race in a row. If the field should be really worried at the moment, because Kyle Larson looks extremely strong currently at the moment. So now, let's talk about the top 10 fastest times. So Kyle Larson starts on the pole. Ty Gibbs starting second. His best start I think he's ever had in his Cup Series career up to this point. He's been extremely strong at points so far in 24, but has struggled the last 2 weeks. But starting in second, he's going to be a really good position going into the race tomorrow. I expect Ty Gibbs to be very strong in the race. Has a pretty good time, especially in the long run. He'll be starting second. Really good qualifying speed for Ty Gibbs. Chris Bell qualifies third. Need a bounce back week for this 20 team. They've struggled the last 2 weeks. In all honesty, they had issues at Richmond on pit road. And then, of course, they did some really off at Martinsville last weekend. He'll be starting third tomorrow. Really good speed for Chris Bell. He'll be starting third in the Cup Series race. Tyler Reddick qualifies fourth. I think he's Kyle Larson's biggest threat tomorrow. He was really strong on the long run, especially. Tyler Reddick was probably the best car on the 20-lap averages. That 45 looks strong. 23-11, we know how strong their mile-and-a-half program has been. Starting fourth tomorrow, really good speed from Tyler Reddick here in qualifying. Chase Briscoe qualifies fifth, the fastest 40. He was probably the second fastest in some of the sessions, especially in the first round, but lost some speed in the second round. But fifth place is still pretty solid, all things considered. For a driver, I feel like he's having a little bit of a bounce back year this year. He's starting fifth, solid qualifying speed for Chase Briscoe in fifth. William Byron qualifies sixth. After winning last week's race in Martinsville, he is looking to get his second straight victory and his second straight win at Texas and his fourth win of the 2024 season. I expect William Byron to be up there contending for the win as well. Had some pretty good long run speed. He'll be starting sixth. Good starting spot for William Byron. Ryan Blaney qualified 17, won the All-Star race here a few years ago, and Ryan Blaney, I feel like, has been showing some good speed. He's been the fastest Ford consistently throughout 2024, and he's the only Ford that's in the top 10 in points. Starting 7 tomorrow, going to help him in the points position going forward. Austin Cindric qualifies 8th. Good speed for Austin Cindric. I expect Austin Cindric to have a decent run, which he needs to go run, because after a really strong start to 2024, he's been fading just a little bit recently. So to start in 8th tomorrow, you got to be really happy if you are Austin Cindric. Mark Truex Jr. qualifies 9th. Had probably the slowest speed in the first round, made up a little bit in the second round, starting in 9th tomorrow. MTJ did not have a good race in Martinsville, which was the first time I feel like they've been really bad so far this year. Hopefully they can bounce back a little bit, have a good performance. But he's be starting in 9th tomorrow. Solid qualifying speed for Truex. And Bubba Wallace qualifies 10th. Bubba Wallace dominated this race last time we were here, and I do believe that Bubba Wallace will be up front contending for the win. Like I mentioned with Tyler Reddick, we know how strong the 2311 racing cars have been, so I do think that Bubba Wallace will be up there contending for the win later tomorrow. I think he'll have a car that'll be up front. I know it's going to be really difficult to pass, but I think Bubba Wallace will be up there going for the win. So let's talk about some notable drivers that missed the final round. Denny Hamlin just missed it by a few 1,000ths. Was very close to making it to the final round. He'll be starting, I believe, in 11th. Chase Elliott missed it by a 10th or 2. He's starting back at like 25th or 26th. A little bit of struggle for him. Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson both crashed in the practice sessions. They'll both be starting in backup cars. Well, actually, Jimmy Johnson likely will not be starting in a backup car, but Kyle Busch will have to go to a backup car, and there's a little bit of concern about that backup car as well. Drivers like Noah Gragson, Carson Nosvar qualified decently. Ryan Preece did okay in the session as well. And even some of the other notable drivers like Alex Bowman, like I said, and even Chase Elliott missed the final round here. And they're going to have a little bit of trouble getting up to the front. So here's what to watch in tomorrow's race. It is going to be a track position race, and it's going to be very, very difficult to pass. Hopefully they can get the second groove widening out so we can see some solid racing overall, but we need to see some good racing for sure, and hopefully we can see that here at Texas, but I'll be real and honest, I'm not really expecting much going into the race tomorrow afternoon. I think it's going to be a track position race. I think strategy is going to be the key. You're probably going to want to take 2 tires because I don't think tire fall-off is going to be a major thing in the race, but one thing to watch for is we could see a lot of tire failures and a lot of tire fall-off because, well, not tire fall, but a lot of tire blowouts because a lot of the crew chiefs in the garage are a little worried about that. So nonetheless, once again, congratulations to Kyle Larson on winning the pole. His 3rd straight pole. Kyle Larson is starting to become the Ryan Newman of the NASCAR Cup Series at this point. Is basically becoming the new Ryan Newman, picking up his 19th career Cup pole. He's 1 pole away from joining the 2020 club. So, that is going to be for reactions to Cup Series pole qualifying from Texas Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Let's go to more of that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts about Cup Series pole qualifying? Let me know below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And congratulate Kyle Larson on winning the pole. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later today on this channel, we're going to have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race from Texas Motor Speedway. We'll talk about probably Shane Van Gisbergen later today as well. And if Haley Deegan has a good performance, we might talk about her performance in a video as well. Then tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have the starting lineup video for the Cup Series race at Texas. And then we'll have the Cup Series race here from Texas. And then Monday, we're going to have a NASCAR news video discussing news over the course of the last couple days. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.